Hello everyone. As you know, ICS is an incident command system to command, control, and coordinate emergencies, creating a common hierarchy. I've seen this before. I've seen a major scale fire in Los Angeles. Got to experience it for in person. Got to see hundreds of fire departments working together, hand by hand. It was incredible seeing them working together. I never thought about this. This class came, and I learned a lot about ICS and how they all have a common knowledge and common hierarchy, so they can all work together. As the introduction, I will talk about the section roles and responsibilities and how the section interacts or contributes, and how the section assist incident commander and what stood out for me. Um, let's go take a look to it. So we'll talk about the section's roles and responsibilities. We got the operations section, which manages the tactical operation. More likely, this is gonna be the fire chief. Uh, he basically, obviously, he calls the shots on the whole operation. However, there are others that take care of the planning, the logistics, and the finance section. In this case, the planning section prepares the incident action plan, which he communicates with other agencies, analyzes the data that he's got, analyzes what's the situation, so that way he can create a plan. So he basically lays out the plan of what's going to happen. I'm sure he presents it to the chief, and that goes like that. The logistics section, this guy also has to understand and analyze what resources are available and how to get them to the place, the incident. More likely, so let's say in a fire, so you need to make sure this guy's like the supply chain to the fire. He needs to make sure that all supplies get to the place on time, and he has to make sure there's food, there's fuel, there is the human resource to fight the fighter, fight the fire. The finance section of it is it's basically making sure that all funding is available in case it's needed. So let's take a look on what stood out for me. So the operations section, uh, the chief ensures that safety of tactical operations, manage tactical operations, um, supervise execution of operation of the IAP, maintaining communications with operations and other agencies, and organizing resources as well. So the chief basically, so obviously he calls the shots on the operation that they're working on, but more likely he's helped other by other by other guys basically. We'll go to them, and I'm gonna tell you why I thought about uh, another section that I really got interested in. Um, we'll take a look to it. So personally, I found logistics operations very interesting because, like I said earlier, the this is like the supply chain manager of the incident. In this case, let's say in the Palisades fires. So it's a very important lesson that I learned there because whenever the fires happened, um, I guess you don't exactly know. You just getting the calls to send the fire trucks to the fires, but are you sending the right supply to fight the fighters? And also, are you coordinating with other agencies? In this case, the roads were blocked in the Sunset Boulevard. The the Los Angeles Fire County Department showed up with bulldozers, bulldozed the whole cars out of the place to make sure that all the fire department cars could make it to the scene where the fire was going on. And that was a very interesting time to see it because that's what was going on at the time. Uh, Fire hydrants were running out of water. Uh, most of these firefighters had plan Bs to how to fight the fires. So yeah, you see how it is important to have a really effective logistic operations, because even after the fires you have to make sure that roads are accessible for supplies in the recovery, and also whenever the you gotta know, like in evacuation, like which this probably happened at the beginning, they were making sure, laying out a plan for vehicles to get out of there, people to get out of there. So it is a very insane thing to think about. So it requires a lot of communication between fire departments and first responders, as well as media as well, and the people that are hearing about this news. It's important to make sure that the communication and access of the operation is very effective, because this can make it where supplies don't get on time, and the evacuation is not effective, and that this can be costing lives. I'm sure the communication between the commander and the logistics section, with the chief, they have to be communicating each other the whole entire time. This is probably a position that is not as visible as the other positions, but but this person in charge has to make sure that all tools have been provided. So this is what it stood out for me. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and goodbye.